Guess what? I got something to tell you. We all live the same life. Well, kinda. Sit down with us as we discuss various topics regarding being married millennials. When your spouse is both your best friend and your pain in the you know what. Welcome to another episode of the Married to Millennials podcast. I'm very close. Let me do that one more time. Welcome to another episode of the Married to Millennials podcast. I'm Tuck.
I'm Mishi.
What's up, baby?
Hello.
Back at it again. Guess what?
It's 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, I wasn't about to say that,
Oh.
but it's our final episode
Final.
of the season.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's the final one of the season. We need a little break.
Life has been life.
Oh my gosh, has it? Life has been life, and we've been going 100 miles per hour last couple.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. So
It's
we're
been a lot.
we'll take a little break. But I promise you it won't be as long as Law and Order Organized Crime for the people who watch that. And we ain't gonna keep y'all
2
late.
years.
We ain't gonna keep y'all waiting. Hey, I want to start off this way today.
Okay.
So we're gonna do we might start doing this more often. We're gonna do some top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5s. We're just gonna call it that. All right.
Okay.
This time we're gonna do top 5 coolest parents or parents on the 90s TV shows. Could be 90s.
Coolest or best?
Ooh. I mean, best is cool, but
Okay.
it could be best or coolest. Yeah, you can
Okay.
explain.
All right.
But 90s, early 2000s, things that we grew up on.
Okay.
How's that sound?
All right. Gotcha.
All right. You go ahead and start. Start with your number 5. What you got?
My number 5 is going to be Danny Tanner.
Okay.
Yeah. Raising 3 little girls, bringing in your brother-in-law and your best friend into a house with 3 little girls, that gotta take strength. I feel like he was also patient, but he also set them straight when he needed to.
Yeah.
And so just, I don't know, a man taking care of 3 little girls after the tragedy of his wife.
Right.
I just feel like that's a great parent. And
It
the way he
is.
taught them lessons and ensured that they grew up well.
Yeah. Shout out to the dads. Did they ever say that something happened to the mom?
Yeah, that was like the first episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Even they really didn't even have to say it. It was kind of understood too. So yeah, I commend him for that. Can I get an honorable mention with that
That's
one?
Jesse's sister.
Yeah, right. I might be no. Yeah. I want an honorable mention with that one too. It wasn't Joey. What's the one that did the puppets?
Yeah, it was Joey.
Oh yeah, you gotta throw Joey in there. He was help parenting too. He was almost. I wouldn't say he was kind of like the mom, but
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he had his friend and his brother-in-law
right
after his wife died in a car accident.
Yeah,
Like that's wild.
Takes a village though.
Yeah,
I love that. All right, you want to hear my number 5?
Yeah,
My number 5, and I'm gonna explain why she's so low on the list. But Harriet.
Okay.
The reason I say Harriet is because
From Family Matters.
From Family Matters. I'm sorry. Yeah. From Family Matters is she was a good mom. She was kind of tough. She was a good mom, but she wasn't quite the coolest. It was always business, but then she would realize that she was a little too stern and go, you know what? I was a little hard on you. But I'm like, why did the audience have to go all to tell you that?
Yeah, she rough. She's rough.
Was. But she was cool though. She was cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like that's my number 5.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, who you got it for?
I put these 2 people together because I feel like they're like the duo, Lisa and Ray.
Ooh.
From Sister.
It's a good one.
I feel like together they're one whole parent.
I don't know. I don't know who your other ones are, but I think they should go up one notch. I don't know who you got.
No, I'm gonna leave him. I'm gonna leave him at 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave him at 4.
Yo, Lisa was hilarious.
Lisa's now talk about cool. Lisa is cool. Now Ray had to kind of balance her out and get her back to like the parent. But she also balanced him out from having to be like that stiff parent that didn't let Tamara do anything.
Right.
Now don't get me wrong, she got her panties in a wad sometimes with Tia and Tamara too.
She
but
did.
I feel like those 2 balance each other out well. So like for me, that's one whole parent. Because
that's true.
They're on total opposites of the spectrum.
That's true. I like that. Yeah, they were definitely a good team, but then weren't a good team. This was like,
I mean, one time they were dating, and then one time they hated each
yeah,
other. It was the whole
right.
thing. But I think just the whole dynamic of
Uh
that
huh.
family made it fun, made it different, made it like kind of, I don't know,
Uh huh.
wild a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, I give you that one. All right. So you want to hear my number four
Yeah.
now? You gonna laugh at this one. Dee Dee and Stu.
Dee Dee.
Yeah, Dee Dee and Stu was cool as from Reds. Yes. You didn't think I was gonna put no cartoon in there.
I mean, I just didn't think about Stu being good.
He
Like
was. I
Stu
okay,
never paid attention to the kids. Like that those kids was running around doing God knows what around the city, and they had no idea.
but they always came back and they were safe.
The kids came back.
Yeah,
Like,
but
let's go find them.
Stu kept making them toys though.
Yeah, toys for who? If the kids go missing, who you giving the toys
They
to?
were still playing with it. So listen, let me see. Okay, I'm not taking Stu off of there. Dee Dee was good, but Stu, he was a perfect example of not giving up on your dreams.
Yeah, but what they got to do with the parenting?
Okay. Oh wait. So okay, yeah, cool. I guess he was a cool parent because he was a little loose. He
He
let the
didn't
kids do
know
what they
what the
want to do.
kid. Yeah, exactly. He didn't know where they were.
Okay, maybe this was perspective
Kids could
from
have.
when I was 5. Okay, I thought he
And
was
Dee
cool.
Dee, I feel like Dee Dee was out of it half the time.
What's the dude's name she used to quote all the time? Lip shits.
Yeah, Doctor
I used to,
Lipschitz.
yeah, I used to think she was cussing all the time too. But yeah, yeah, okay. Maybe they didn't parent. Maybe I should give Doctor Lipschitz a
Might as well give it to
honorable mention.
Grandpa.
Grandpa did watch them a lot better.
He slept a lot, but he watched them better than them parents.
He did. He did. All right. Well, I'm still keeping them at 4. Maybe you'll like this one better. Number 3 is Aunt D from Moesha.
Uh,
No,
uh,
you ain't like her.
Dee, Dee kind of irritated me a little bit
Okay.
because I think she was forcing herself into Moesha's life a little too hard
Okay.
to where she wanted to make her like respect her and make her behave like she wanted her to. Now, later on, their relationship got better,
Okay.
but like initially, she kind of irked my nerves because I'm like, girl, the girl's mom is gone. Quit being
Mm-hmm.
pushy.
Okay.
I think she wanted to have children, so like she was being very, very pushy when it came to that, and I don't, I don't know. I don't
Okay.
consider her cool. I don't consider her a great parent. Now she was much better than her husband,
That's what I was about to say. So think
but
about
you're
this.
comparing it to him, who he was
Yes.
a terrible, terrible parent.
Okay. But yeah, think about this though. She held it down even though he had another kid on the side. And she still said, you know what? We're gonna work this thing out. And she brought Dorian in.
But is that a good parent, or is that just
All right.
I
You
don't
you
know?
really tearing my list apart.
Saying like,
All
is
right,
that a
my
good parent,
you
or
can't
is she kind of I don't know? Is
all
she
right.
just gullible or what?
Okay. That's
Because
fair. All right. Well, you gonna like my other two, so
you ain't even let me do my
yeah, I
three.
know. Go ahead, because you just all right. Go ahead. Your 3.
Calm down,
All right.
calm down.
Who you got at 3?
Philip Banks.
Ooh. Okay. Go ahead, and I got a rebuttal.
No, Philip was tough.
Mm-hmm.
He had some moments to where he was not his best.
Okay.
However, he always recovered from them. There was never a time you didn't see Philip come back and be like, okay, I hear you. I understood what you were saying. This is why I reacted the way I reacted.
For everybody except Ashley, he was real tough on Ashley.
She's a girl. And so,
So
no,
was
no, 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 no,
Hillary.
no, no, no. I'm saying like she was his baby girl.
Okay.
And so he was tough on her, yes. But again, he recovered. He always came back and apologized or at least expressed the why
Mm-hmm.
behind the way he reacted.
But he
And
was a hothead.
yeah, a lot of parents are.
That's true.
I'm not saying hotheads don't need to cool it sometimes, but
Yeah.
I'm also saying that they recognize if you can recognize the problem
Mm-hmm.
and apologize and understand or help your children understand the why. I think he gave a lot of valuable lessons, even to Will.
Mm. Okay.
Will didn't, his father was not around. And he respected his uncle much more because of the lessons, even though he gave him a hard time.
Okay, I see that. Yeah. Okay. You got
Mhm,
you. Okay,
mhm,
you got it.
mhm,
You got
mhm,
it. All
mhm.
right. So mine is gonna trump that all out. Aunt Viv was way cooler
Oh,
and way
she's
better.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, she was way cooler, way better. She explained it to the T. She did it in an elegant way. Like, and I'm talking. Hold on, let me rephrase. Let me clarify for all the people that's about to go crazy. I'm talking about dark skin Viv.
Oh my gosh.
Light skin Viv ain't do nothing. Dark skin Viv, way better. So we're gonna set the record straight. Viv brought Philip down all the time. It was her. It wasn't him realizing. She said, "Philip, come on now, you tripping?" And he was like, "You know, right? You right, baby.
Yeah, but it takes somebody willing to be calmed down too.
That's
Because you
true."
can't tell a hothead who's not willing to listen nothing.
She ran that house though.
I
She
mean,
definitely ran
most
that
women do.
house. Aunt Viv, you right. But Aunt Viv was so cool. And in that episode when she was dancing,
Oh yeah.
that was awesome.
I know the dance moves.
You do? Right, right. All right, who you got at number two? I'll beat you on one. That
No, you go ahead with number two.
was my number two.
Oh,
What's your number two?
that was your number two?
Yeah,
What's your
I
number
told you
three?
my number three was D. You
Oh
just
yeah,
completely
you went out the you
yeah.
went out left field on
Okay,
that one.
whatever.
Okay, my number two is Floyd Henderson from Smart Guy.
Yeah. Oh. Yo, I forgot about
Pulling it out the vault.
Yes. I forgot about him.
He was cool
Uh-huh.
and he like talked to his kids. It was like a thin line where he
Okay.
would talk to them like a friend,
Uh-huh.
but also like, don't play with me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like
And and again, being a single father
right.
with three children,
Oh. And the oldest is a girl.
and the youngest is a genius.
Right. He's smarter than him.
Yeah,
But still was able to
yeah.
tell him that
Well,
he
he would say stuff all the time like, I don't even know what you just said right now.
right.
And then you got Marcus in the middle who
Oh my
just
God.
ditzy as they come. So like he had to deal with so many different personalities while also like keeping it together under one roof as a father of three kids without his wife.
And still worked a full-time job. I'm gonna give you that one.
Yep.
Hey, I don't know who your number one was, but
You should know who my number
ooh,
one
yeah, I
is.
know who your number one is. All right, go ahead and go with your number one.
Oh, Claire Huxtable.
Of course, yes. You got
I
this
love some
little.
Felicia.
Yes, you do. I
I
should have
do.
known.
But even like her real life, I love her. But like
Mm-hmm.
that character, I don't know. It was just something about her.
Yeah.
You know how people say swagger?
Uh huh.
Like she had it.
Yeah. She did.
Like she didn't play with those kids, but she also, you know, taught them valuable lessons. She was able to kind of get bring her husband back to reality
True.
sometimes too,
True. Uh
and
huh.
she checked people so eloquently.
Yes, she did. What's the episode? Talking some with the T.
When she got on to Elvin,
Yes.
because she was like, "I bring him tea
Right.
because he does it for me,"
Right. Right.
but she went off on
She
him
did, and he
because
ain't had nothing
she
to say.
stood for women's rights
She did. She did.
and she was very educated,
Mm-hmm.
which, you know, they helped their kids, even though some of the kids did not go the right route that they thought that they would
Right.
go.
Right.
They helped them navigate life.
True. I like that.
And she was just for me, she's a depiction of a strong black wife and
Mm-hmm.
mother
Mm-hmm.
who also is an individual, stands up
Right.
for what's right,
Right.
who don't back down and take no for an answer very easily.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was great to see
Yeah.
because that was somebody I wanted to be like.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that actually. Can Cliff slide in there or no? He just letting her have her own number one spot.
And I'm giving her a home number one spot. Ain't nobody gonna
Okay.
share that with her.
Got you.
I think they were a great duo when it came to it.
Well, can I slide D out of three and put Cliff in there?
They should have never been on your
All right,
list.
yeah. So let me slide Cliff in the three. Then we'll just change it up. We get to do what we want to do on this show because it's our show. So I'm gonna slide Cliff into 3 because
You
my
cheating
other
now. This was your
it
episode.
was
This
yeah
was your episode.
I know
Hey, now you cheating.
okay
Yeah,
all
you like
right
my list better.
whatever. I am taking D off and putting Cliff. I like Cliff. Cliff was like smooth with it, and then he knew he couldn't dance, but he would still be dancing with his own little way. Like I
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one episode, because Cliff was very loving to all the kids, he helped them reason through a lot of stuff. But
Yeah.
when Theo that episode when he was like, you know, y'all just don't believe in me. Maybe I'm not supposed to be smart. Maybe I'm not supposed to. He said, it's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. That was I was not expecting him to say that, but he kept it real, and I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so you're gonna love my number one. I think you probably already know who it is. Aunt Helen and Uncle Junior. You know I'm gonna pick them. You know I'm gonna pick them. Them my favorite
They're
people, boy.
technically aunts and uncles stuff.
Yeah, but they were parents to Jamie
Okay.
and parents to their employees as well too.
And apparently to that daughter that never came back on the episodes.
She never came back.
Joy.
Joy told us, "You're always welcome." She said she never welcomed
She
herself
never
back.
came back. They never even mentioned her.
Never again.
Like, you come all this way. Tell me
Uh-huh.
your mama got pregnant by Junior after he picked her up
Right.
because
At
her
a Lou
car broke
Ross.
down. Now your mama's passed away. You reading her diary and you find out your birth father's name. You come
Mm-hmm.
all the way over to meet him
For one episode.
on one episode.
Right.
Then you never return and they never mention you again.
You know,
I mean, I'm not sure that they ever mentioned me. I don't remember them mentioning her
no.
again.
But you know something? I don't this is going on a tangent, but I think they might have recasted her as somebody.
As another like person.
Yeah, I want to say they
They did
did.
that a lot in the 90s
They
though.
did. They did. I guess nobody was getting work then. But yeah, that's my favorites. Junior was crazy.
Junior had a gambling
He
problem.
did. He was cheap too. But yeah, all right. So I kind of cheated on my top 5. It's okay though, because I can do what I want to. All right. So let's get into the episode. We are going to talk about boundaries and my prerogative, because I can do what I want to do,
Okay.
and I'm gonna set these
It's
rules.
my prerogative. It's
So
my
when you hear
prerogative.
the word, so when you hear the word boundaries, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
You have to have them.
Yes, for sure. And let's talk. Let's go. We'll dive right into with marriage in general. Define some boundaries that me and you have with each other that you can think of, or just some kind of rules that you kind of set.
Hmm. Like between each other.
Yes.
One boundary. Well, I guess you consider this a boundary.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is like I'm trying to put it into words.
Okay.
If someone needs like a moment,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to like vocalize that.
Okay.
I don't know if it's making a lot of sense, but like it's okay to vocalize if we need a moment away from everybody,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
like a boundary of peace.
Ah.
You know what
I
I'm
like that.
saying?
Yes. Yes.
Um, because sometimes you can feel guilty of like, well, I want to be with y'all, but I'm also overwhelmed, and
Mm-hmm.
um, like that boundary, I think is like one of our number ones. It's like it's okay. Like I'll tell you, hey, you might want to cool it.
Yeah.
Go do whatever. I got them.
Mm-hmm.
Or even from each other. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I need a moment.
Okay. Yeah. That boundary I agree with. That's something that I don't know if we had that at the very beginning, but that was something learned that we need to, because as us being married, we're like, hey, we're together, we want to be with each other, but at the same time, we're still human. And I think a lot of times too with that is that it's this perception of like, if you're married, that is your one, that's who you need to be with. But also two boundaries um need to be set, that you need to go be with your friends as well too.
Yeah, like being able to still be
Right,
individuals.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What's I know that's one of our what's a boundary that you didn't know we needed until it became a problem? Because I don't think that boundary was ever a problem. We just kind of
Yeah.
understood that. It was just more of like, I think one of it just needed to say it. It was understood, but we didn't need to. Did one of them just say like one of us had to like verbalize it? But what's something that you didn't know we needed until it became a problem?
The one, I don't know if I would call it a problem, but
Mm-hmm.
something that like an occurrence. I would say that the boundary of defending our choices, right?
Mm.
Like to other people.
Okay.
So we both have very strong-minded mothers,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
And so as a mom, you're used to your children being with you on certain holidays, and you're used to
Ah.
like you're used to certain things being a certain way, and how like you're always with them on Mother's Day, or you're always with them on Father's Day, you're
Mm.
always with them during Christmas, right? But
Mm-hmm.
when we got married, honestly, when we got engaged, we had to make up how we were going to handle the holidays,
Mm-hmm.
and that was tough.
Yes.
That was tough for them, and it still is sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, but I think as a child, you want to give in and be like, yeah, that's what they're used to. But you also have to recognize, like, there's also a boundary there because I am now married and have my own family.
Yes.
And so I think that one was probably what I would say was the biggest occurrence that we had to recognize is like, it's okay. Like, if we say we can't come,
Mm-hmm.
we can't come.
Right.
If we
And
say we're spending it with them this time, you're going to have to be okay.
right. Yeah. And that's tough too, transitioning from, you're still their child, but not a child. It's hard to like
Hmm.
transition from that. And it's hard for them to understand that as well too, because like they still see you as their kid. And a lot of times, I don't mean no harm. They still think they can tell you what to do.
Hmm.
They can advise you, but
Hmm.
you can't really tell me what to do. I'm still gonna make my own decision. And like you said, you just gotta be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think just defending our choices as a unified front is
True.
what I'm saying too, right?
Hmm.
Because what we discuss and make a decision on, we both have to stand up for. We can't let the other one hang out to dry when it
Right.
comes down to it.
True, true.
Um, that's a boundary. Like
Hmm.
if my husband said we weren't going, we weren't going.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? If I said we weren't going, we're not going.
Right.
And people have to respect that, but we also have to create that boundary to where we are on the same page, we're aligned in whatever we're talking about.
Right. And that's a good point of being on the same page with it as well too, because you don't always want to say like, well, she said no, so we ain't going. Like you don't
Mhm.
want to make it seem like you're throwing your spouse under the
No,
bus either. So
we
we
decided we're
we
not.
decided, yeah, exactly. And it takes that verbal part of it. You have to say that part of it so it doesn't you don't make your spouse look like a butt.
But
Right. You know what I meant to say. So, question for you. Now, we talked about, boundaries with talking about with other people, different things like that. What about time boundaries, like alone time versus together time? Like how do you see that we balance that and do you think that we do a good job with that?
I think at the beginning, we kind of alluded to it just a minute ago, but at
Yeah.
the beginning of our relationship and into marriage, at the beginning of our relationship and into marriage, I think we we still do. We love being around each other,
Mhm.
and so we thought that that's what we needed to do every single moment that we
Mhm.
had a chance. Like I remember, like talking every minute of our lunch breaks.
Yeah.
Um, you know, if you weren't at work, we were together.
Uh-huh.
And while it's great,
Yeah.
you kind of lose your individuality a little bit and start feeling it's not shame, but feeling like the guilt
Mhm.
of going out with a friend
Mhm.
or hanging out with your friends or going and doing something without your spouse. And I think now we have a better balance about it where you can go hang out and you're like, okay, I'll see you when you get back.
Yeah.
Or, you told me the other day, which y'all ain't gonna never get it together,
Whoa.
but
Don't
like
attack
me and
us.
the boys are gonna go to a game together.
We're going.
Okay. We're going to a game together, and I'm like, okay, cool, win.
Yeah.
Just put it on my calendar so I know you're going.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it's healthier, I feel like.
Yeah.
Not that we were at each other's throats or anything like that, but it's just the fact that like you can still be individuals and still love each other all the same.
True.
So like I think it evolved.
Yeah. And another thing too, we've kind of communicated with each other about that as well too. Like how important other friendships are as well too. Like we talked about it, like, hey, we don't want to always be up in under each other, that to the point where no one wants to invite us anywhere as well either. Like we're
Yeah.
always saying no to, like, oh yeah, we're gonna go out of town. You want to go? Nah, I gotta do something. Like you don't want to always let that be your answer.
Yeah.
So I've communicated that with you, with your friends as well too. Like, hey, I think you should check on them. Go out with them, do different things like that. But still, you every time you go out, you go, are you sure? You still have
Still have some of the guilt
yeah,
because like
right.
it's not only you, it's the kids too.
That's true. They could care
Um,
less though. No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, they was asking about you the whole time. Yeah. That's true. All right, so I have a few boundaries. Let's change it to like boundary slash rules, or some things to think about. Just some popular ones with our generation, the best generation. Some things that are from social media, different pop culture things that we saw on TV shows. But I'm gonna read through them, and we're gonna kind of read and react with some of those. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. So one example is, well, the thing is this a healthy boundary or a millennial meltdown? Pretty much. So the first one is, I don't answer text back right away. I protect my peace. How do you feel about that boundary?
I mean, I pay that phone bill. As simple as that.
True.
I don't have to respond until I'm ready. If I'm ready.
Well, my
It's a boundary.
mine, yeah, it's a boundary. I think mine is, I don't answer texts back, but then I also think that I text him back in my head. So then now I left him on red. I didn't respond, and now they think, oh man, he really didn't care
I
about
mean,
that
that's a
whole
whole
thing.
different thing. But like,
Yeah.
if someone's texting you, you don't feel like talking right now, and then it's the ones who be like, "I texted you, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right. You could have called me. That would have been the same response, huh?
I might not have answered."
All right. Next one is, I need an hour of silence after work before I speak to anyone.
You're asking me if it's a boundary or a meltdown?
Yeah.
I mean, I still think it's a boundary.
Okay.
No, do I need an hour? Probably not.
Uh
Do I
huh.
get an hour? Never.
Never.
Um, but when I did work outside the home,
Hmm.
my drives home, but that would be before we even had kids.
That's true.
Like my drives home would be in pure silence.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I do get that time now on the commute home, and I don't know if I ever do silence. I think mine is it's weird, but mine is listening to other podcasts.
Yeah, you
I'm a
just
nerd
like to
about.
listen to people talk.
I do. I mean, I like, because here's my thing. I talk at work all day. It'd be nice to hear somebody else talk.
Yeah, but see, that's what that would make me want to just go in silence all the way home.
That's true. That's true. Oh, this is a good one. Uh, my mom can't drop by unless she's scheduled 3 days ahead.
Okay, that's a meltdown. Like 3 days, that's a little bit too. That's
Two to three
a
business
little too
days.
rigid for me. I do
Right.
want you to call
Right.
or at least send me a text and say, "Hey, you cool if I stop by?"
Right.
I mean, I tell my aunt all the time, you don't have to ask me if you can come to my house. Just
Mm-hmm.
let me know you're coming.
Yeah, that's
Like, give me a
true.
heads up.
Yeah, I like heads up. Don't just pop up. Yeah, the 3 days is a little excessive, but yeah. And then we don't share locations. I'm not the FBI.
Eh, I mean, I think that's a little. Just because you share locations with somebody, don't mean they're stalking you.
True.
We have each other's locations
We do.
for safety.
Yeah.
Like things happen in the world.
Right. For sure. And I mean, I don't have an issue with that, because here's the thing. People are going in the comment. We don't have iPhone. They don't do the little. Well, I don't know. Our phone.
iPhone is a cult. They're mean.
They are, but we don't
I get
have.
attacked on like the weekly.
Yeah, if we ever in a group chat, they're like, "Who's message green?" Or
And just
whatever.
text back.
Right, exactly. Just because we can't use our little iMessage, whatever that thing is. Anyway, sorry, we went on tangent. But we don't have that. I think it's something on the watch or whatever that like can tell you're in an accident. But like, say something did
It's
happen
on
to
Life
him.
360.
Yeah. Oh, it is on Life 360. Shameless plug, Life
Oh
360.
yeah,
Give
it
us
be
a
telling you
sponsorship.
too, cause you be speeding.
Whoa, calm down. We're talking about locations. You always want, so say like I don't get a chance to, if I'm doing something like I'm on the phone with somebody else or whatever, and I don't get to say like, "Hey, I made it," then you have peace of mind that I did
Yeah,
make it to
yeah.
work on time. So, or not on time, but I made it to work. 'Cause
Safely.
safely. There you go. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but I think some people who don't get me wrong, I'm not judging, but I think some people who have a problem with that have something to hide.
I mean, why would it matter if your spouse knows where you are?
I don't know, unless you're trying to surprise them with something. That's the only thing I think of.
My location on to still surprise you because you don't be
Yep,
paying attention
sure don't.
because we don't have a reason to be checking after each other. It's
That's a good
for
point.
safety. I guess it's the why. Why are you wanting to have locations? Is it because you don't trust the person
Mm,
or what? I don't know.
true, true. So I guess yeah. So even with some of those, no matter if it's legit or over dramatic, the ultimate thing is you still have to protect your peace
Yeah,
with some of those things. So let's bring it back. We kind of talked about this earlier about setting boundaries with family. So we talked about parents, but I guess we could talk about it. We talked about our own parents. So now I want to talk about like your perspective on the in-laws, which we don't never use the word in-laws anyway. We say in-law, but being able to set those boundaries with the family. How do you create that space while still staying respectful in certain situations?
creating the space, the boundary with your family
Hmm.
while still like still staying respectful.
Hmm.
I mean, I would say I just talk to them from the heart. Like you talk to them from the heart too, right?
True.
My parents, we've talked about it before,
Hmm.
and I tell them and joke around about it. That's a little toxic because they are the ones who are always together, always.
Hmm.
Um, and so like we say this too in like business, right? Like you talk to people and get them on board and understanding where you're coming from by talking to what's valuable to them.
Mm. Hmm.
And so for me, I look at my mom and be like, "So you telling me if daddy didn't want to go somewhere, you wasn't gonna go?"
Mm. Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or do you understand how important it is that you and your husband are on the same page? That's the same thing with us.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? You talk to what's valuable to them
Hmm.
because that helps people understand and just understand where you're coming from quicker.
Yeah. True. And I think in that moment too is we kind of touched on it earlier is to not say I and say we.
Yeah.
'Cause that makes it seem like we're on the same well not makes it seem that makes them know that we're on the same page. Like it's not just me saying this. We've discussed this
Mhm.
and this is our decision kind of
Mhm.
thing. So
Yep.
yeah, and like you said, it's still being respectful because you say, hey, at the end of the day, that's our decision. And it's
Mhm.
not one sided. You know what I mean? Because you
Yeah.
like you said, we don't want to make it seem like you're putting
Well,
spouse on the
it also
bus.
makes me think about like another, I guess you can consider it a boundary.
Hmm.
You think about when your spouse or significant other, whatever you want to say, has a downfall or like
Mm.
something that someone may not agree with, or something like they just don't understand that person.
Okay.
It's important for the spouse to be aligned with their spouse. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, let's say your mom said something about me, right?
Yeah.
She ain't done it, but you know
Gotcha.
what I mean?
Uh huh.
Let's say she said something about me and you didn't stand up for me.
Mm.
For me, that's a boundary
Oh yes, for sure.
because why would you not stand up for your wife
Mm-hmm.
and build my character up for someone who's
Mm-hmm.
tearing it down?
Mm. That's a big one.
It's huge
Yes.
and it can be a make or break because if you
Mm-hmm.
can't, again, that's your mom. I
Right.
understand that.
Uh-huh.
But if you can't stand up for me and say, no, she is an intelligent person
Right.
and is doing the right decision for us.
Right.
Like if you can't actually feel that way and say that, then we have other problems.
That's a good point. That's a really good
But
point.
to let someone dog me out
Right.
and you not say anything is more condoning. We always talk about how when you don't stand up for something or say something,
Mm-hmm.
when you don't feel it's right, you're condoning it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that is in a relationship too.
Yeah. And that goes back to when you don't say anything at all, the silence speaks very loud.
Mhm.
It's like almost like if you don't say anything or you don't, defend your spouse, it's almost like you agree with her.
That's what I just said.
I know. I was.
You just
I
mansplained.
didn't mansplain. I was saying I agree.
You just mansplained.
Okay, I was
You could
agree.
have just said I agree.
You're right. Okay.
Listen to that back later. You've
All
mansplained.
right, all right. So going back to that too, I think we've kind of developed this wording over the years of showing that we're on the same page. We like we just talked about. We said saying we instead of I. A lot of times, if you say like if so say your mom asks me for something, and instead let me back up. I will give a clear example because this actually did happen one
Mm-hmm.
time, and we've had this discussion about how it looks. So your mom comes to ask me something, and I go, "Well, let me see what Mishi wants to do," like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. I've learned that's not, that's not
It's
a good
not
thing to do.
good if we've already had a conversation about it.
Exactly, exactly. Because then it looks like you made a decision. I may not agree with it, but she made the decision. We have to
Mm-hmm.
still look like we're
You throw me under the bus.
yeah. And at the time when I did say that, for me at the time, it didn't seem like I was throwing you under the bus. But now that I've been able to assess the situation and listen to the wording, it definitely was.
Mm-hmm.
And and that's not fair to you because now it's more of making you look like the bad guy if it's something that she doesn't agree with.
Yeah, it makes it look like, oh, Mishi made the decision
Mhm.
and just didn't want to say it out loud when we all know I'm vocal. But, all you had to do was say what you told me earlier. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right.
it didn't make any sense.
Most definitely. So now, of course, you know, we love our kids. I always talk about our kids. Kind of talk about 'em a little bit too much, but setting boundaries with the kids, I think that's a huge one.
Hmm.
Okay, the one, kids that have no boundaries, no sense of personal space. But how do you, um, how do you feel like we do a job of modeling healthy limits with them? You get what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah, I mean, we've been talking a lot about boundaries, like
Hmm.
just using the word
Yeah.
so that they understand what that means
Hmm.
because Caden and Callie love each other,
Hmm.
but they also fight like cats and dogs because they
Yes.
get tired of one another after a while. And then they're hugging and, being up on each other again.
Mhm.
But I often have to say, hey, she said stop touching her. That is a
Mm.
boundary,
Mhm.
right? Like
Yeah.
when she says stop or she says no, that means no, that means stop.
Mhm.
That's a boundary you have to listen to because you can't just touch people. You
True.
can't just hold on to people. You can't, do things that people don't want you to do at the moment. So, like, I think the small things right now of what we're trying to teach for a boundary
Mhm.
ultimately will help them as they grow
Right.
to learn like the bigger boundaries of things.
True.
Um, Even with Callie Ray, she's loving her brother and she's like, well, can I sleep with my brother?
Right.
And Kaden told her the other night, no.
Which I was very shocked that
He
he
was
did
like,
because he
mm-mm.
gives into a lot of things that she
Yeah,
says.
but he wants to stretch out on that bed. He said no. I
Yeah.
said no. He said no. You have your room for a
Mhm.
reason. That is a boundary.
Right. And also too, on the other end of that is teaching her to use her words to say that she needs space.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was well, she still kind of deals it now, but there was a window of Calorie would just go or whine,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not clear to the next person, like to
Mm-hmm.
the other person. So
But
it
I did drop her off at daycare or school the other day. I say the other day, but it was probably a few weeks ago.
he sound like Kane the other day,
And
yesterday,
West today,
West
that's
today.
Calorie West today. I dropped her off, and the teacher opened the door, and all the kids they love Calorie, so they
Hmm.
flooded over to her. And she looked at them and she said, "I need space."
Mm.
And the teacher said, "Y'all heard her."
She used the words.
She used her words. Y'all heard her.
Exactly. But you
But
do got to teach her not to throw that attitude in there with it too. So.
I mean, hey, she used her words. She said what she needed. That's all you can ask for.
Hmm. So we talked about space between them two. How do you kind of show them that we need space? And when I say that, not saying individually, but like, how do you? No, they're 5 and 3, but how do you explain like mom and dad time? Like, not necessarily like a time away, but like saying like, "Hey, we are locked in right now." What's some keywords that you say to them?
Oh no, I reassure them a lot. Like I'll say things like, "Mommy and Daddy love you.
Hmm.
It's time for you to go to bed."
Mm,
Like
hmm.
statements, right? Not
Yes.
questions. not like making it seem like it's optional. Like it's time for you to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kaden is the biggest offender of saying, "Well, I want you to come upstairs too." Daddy and I will come upstairs when we're ready, but it's
Mm-hmm.
time for you to go to bed. Like
Yeah.
making statements, or we had to explain to them why people would come, like the babysitter would come over.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy and mommy are going to a date night.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to spend some time together. You're in good hands. You have food. You have whatever you need here.
Yeah. I,
Like statements.
right. Right. And because they're very curious, so they want to know these different things. Like, and I don't want them to think. I never want them to think. Well, one, when we go on dates, I never want them to think that. I don't want to give them the perception like y'all get on our nerves. We need some time away from y'all. Not that. It's just that I want to show them that the time between both of us together is very precious. And I want them to have those things instilled in them early so that whenever they have a significant other, that they
Hmm.
show their kids that that's important to them as well too.
I also said when I was just talking about the kids, I said we're
Hmm.
talking statements a lot, just
Yeah.
so like it's definite. It's not like up for discussion. It's
Hmm.
not questions. We have to do that with everybody. Like boundaries.
Mm.
Like even talking to like our parents or someone outside of our relationship,
Hmm.
you're talking statements. You don't leave it open for discussion. You don't leave it open for interpretation.
Hmm. Right.
We decided X, Y, and Z, period.
Yes.
It's not up for discussion. It's not up for interpretation.
Exactly. This is a good one. Thanks for your input. This is our decision.
Yeah, I don't even say that. I say we
Well, that sounds like
decided.
work.
We
Yeah.
decided
Yeah.
this. No thanks for your input. I didn't ask for it.
Right. Right. What do you think about this? What we're talking about with the kids. Uh, well, I think we need to reset this boundary. But if our door is closed, please do not open it. You know what I mean? They don't have that. They don't have that sense of.
Oh
I think
no, no, Kaden just he'll barge right on in.
yes, and it's not even just the door. It's just bathroom as well too.
Yeah.
Like they don't care about that.
No, the other day, Kaden and Calorie were both outside. I locked the bathroom door on purpose because I
Mm-hmm.
know they have a habit of just walking in.
Yes.
And I'm sitting on the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
And am I using it at the moment? No, I'm probably scrolling on my phone just because that's the time I get peace. And like they're rattling the doorknob
Mm-hmm.
like hard. And then Kaden has the nerve to go, "Mommy, why's the door locked?"
Right. Because I'm behind here and
Because
I
I'm
don't
using the
want you to come
bathroom.
in. Right, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Zero boundaries with that. And then the thing is it doesn't matter how much we tell them. It's just out one in one ear and out the other for the next time. Like I'm all right, door closed, I'm open that thing, get it.
Or, my nieces are here running around playing with Caden Calorie,
Mm-hmm.
and I might be in the room getting dressed or something. Caden come, mommy's in here. Okay,
Right.
hi.
Yeah. Right. Oh man. Yeah. Gotta love it. But at the same time, like you said, even though they go, like I said, it goes in one out in one ear and out the other. We also still need to help keep reminding them about privacy
Yeah.
and about boundaries,
Yep.
because you don't want that to trickle over to other situations. So, can I ask you? I'm gonna ask you this question: would you rather? I don't even know how to word this. We'll start off with this: if I am getting on your nerves, right?
Mhm.
And I'm being too pushy.
Mhm.
What is a clear form of communication on my part? Not saying I need you to point it out to me, but let's rewind. How do you communicate with me that I'm being too pushy or that you need your boundary?
I'll probably say something sarcastic.
Hmm.
If I'm being honest about me, I probably said, "Do you need something?"
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that.
Or, "Breath real hot. Why you so close?"
Hmm.
Something like
You
that.
sound very familiar.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I don't mind you being with me, but sometimes, boy, you be going and going and going. And be like, hey, it's 7 o'clock at night. Can I go to sleep?
Hmm. Right.
I
So
mean, words. I just say them.
now, if so, let's reverse the roles. If I were to say the same thing to you, would you feel offended? or ask questions why I need that space, or do you respect that?
I respect it, but I will also say because of your personality type, it will be off-putting for you to say something like that
Mm-hmm.
to me. Like, you have never really said, "Hey, Misha, you talking too much," or
Mm-hmm.
"I need a minute," like
Mm-hmm.
away from you.
Yeah.
Like you never
Yeah.
really said. So if you say something like that, it probably off-putting to me because I'm like, this is different. I've
Mm-hmm.
never heard of that. Would I respect it? Yes, but I probably would ask you questions. Now, for me, you know that I will get overwhelmed sometimes, or I just need a moment of silence.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not out of the way for me to say that kind of stuff to you, and you don't take it no way
Yeah.
because you know that's me.
Yeah.
I just need a second. So yeah, I would respect it, but I probably would ask questions to make sure you're okay.
Yeah. I get that. So just the communication. I mean, of course, we always talk about communication is key. Just verbalizing like, "Hey, I need a moment," will be best because I know this is just me. I know sometimes if I do need a moment, you might recognize this, but sometimes I just disappear.
Mhm.
But I be in the house though. I just disappear, and then I pop back up. You're like, "Where you been at?" "Oh, I was upstairs."
Mhm.
But that's me taking a moment. But
Yeah, but see, a lot of times I have to recognize it for you
mm-hmm. Why do you think that is?
because we talked about it before. You don't rock the boats with nobody. You don't want to seem like a burden to anybody. You don't want to seem like people are bothering you. You want everything to be just chill and go with the flow. And if you are to say, I need a moment, you feel like you're disappointing somebody
Mm.
or that you can't handle something. And so I'll have to say, hey, you need to take a second.
Do you? Hmm. You're okay with that? You think that's healthy, or do you think I should be able to recognize that myself?
I mean, I'm not saying you don't recognize it. I'm saying you don't take the time out.
Okay, got you.
Would I rather you be able to recognize it and verbalize it? Yes. But I'm also here as your partner
Hmm.
to be able to say, "Hey, go take a second."
Got you. Okay. So I want to kind of reiterate that as well too. That boundaries, and you said needing your space, different things like that. It's not a bad thing. It's like we talked
It's
about
not a
before. It's
personal jab.
yeah. It's protecting your peace. It's knowing yourself and knowing when you need to take that
Yeah,
moment.
because if I'm agitated and I'm aggravated and I can't take a moment to myself, or if someone is questioning my decisions on something and my spouse doesn't back me up,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna be my best self.
Yeah. True. True.
So boundaries are necessary so that I am my best self
Hmm.
and acting accordingly.
Right. And on my end, we talked about before about being a people pleaser and always saying yes because you don't want to disappoint, and you have to learn how to say no sometimes as well too.
Mm-hmm.
And but here's the thing: you don't want to say no in like a nasty way or in a way that seems like you don't care. Like, no, I just don't feel like doing that. That's a perfect example. Somebody, somebody actually like somebody actually, you feel like doing this? He said,
Oh,
"Nope, I really don't, but I'll do."
nope. Well, I say, ask me the question you actually want to ask me, because if you ask me in a roundabout way, I'm gonna give you the answer that what you asked me.
Right.
You talking about my mama because my mama,
Was
my
it?
mama said,
Well, I
"Mishi,
wasn't gonna
do
drop
you
any
do you
names.
feel like Shanika?
I wasn't gonna drop any
Do you
names.
feel like?"
Uh huh.
Well, mother, no, I do not. I do not feel like.
Yeah.
But if you're asking me, will I?
Hmm.
That is a different question.
Okay. I feel that.
Ask me what you want to ask me.
Got you. So the moral of the story is protect your peace,
Hmm.
set your boundaries.
Everybody ain't gonna like it. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay because at the end of the day, you have to take care of you.
That's true. I love it. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.
Bye. Hey, y'all. Did you enjoy the episode today? If so, don't forget to comment your favorite moments and share with your family and friends. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to our Married to Millennials podcast YouTube channel and follow us on every major platform for podcasts. And don't forget, we're also on Instagram and TikTok at M2M Podcast. See you later.